Hello everyone, welcome you again to IT Ra Academy. I am Priyanka. Today I have brought new series on queries questions which are mostly asked in interviews for freshers to intermediate. In today's session, I will try to cover some basic but important queries and I will divide this series in the different sessions. So I will cover more advanced queries in the coming session. So stay connected and watch this video till the end. Before moving ahead, if you are someone new to this channel and you have not subscribed yet, I will like to recommend you to subscribe my channel because I always come up with such a videos which will be helpful to better prepare for your technical interviews and also make your conceptual understanding clear. Also, I share some tips and tricks which will be helpful during your interviews. So do click on a bell icon next to the subscribe which will ensure you will be notified with my new videos every time and you don't miss anything important. So in today's session, I will try to cover these queries which includes list out the employees with increase their salary by 15% if he has completed 2 years in the organization. Second is to find those employee with higher date in particular format and who has joined in the 90s. Third one is to compute the average salary of those employee who work as an accountant. Fourth is find those employees whose salary exceed 20,000 after giving 25% increment. Query to find those employee who join in the month of March. Sixth is employee whose annual salary is within the range of 1 LPA to 2 LPA. Seventh is list out the employee who are working in a department IT, sales, marketing, means comparing with the multiple departments. Eighth is find an employee whose name start with a A, B, D, such alphabets. Ninth is employee whose name end with a A and have exact 5 alphabet in the first name. Tenth is fetch the employee first name and replace A alphabet by at the rate alphabet character. And the lastly, SQL query to display the current date and also get last day of previous month. Okay, so let's move to our SQL window. Our very first question is write a SQL query to list the employee's name and increase their salary by 15% if he has completed 2 years in the organization. And the query is select first name plus last name as an employee name, salary into 1.15 as a salary from employees table where date difference comparing year, higher date and current date which is greater than 2. Here, to get the 15% incremented salary, I have multiplied salary column by 1.15. In this, 1.15 is 1 plus 0.15. That means your existing salary plus 15% of salary. If we need 20% incremented value, you can multiply by 1.20. Here, I have used format function for format the string. In this case, n is for number and 2 is for number of decimal place. You can increase or decrease this as required. And to check if employee has completed 2 years in the organization, I have used date difference function in a where clause. Here we are taking difference between higher date and current date in a years. You may ask to find the employee who has completed n number of years. So you just need to replace that 2 by n and it can be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, etc. So pause this video here and have a look at the query. Again, in this query, we have covered string concatenating to display the full name of the employee. After that, formatting the salary into decimal place, decimal values. Also, I have used date difference function here. Then moving to next question. Our next question is write SQL query to find those employees who has joined in the 90s with a higher date in a format like February 22, 1991. Return employee ID, employee name, salary, higher date. So the query is select employee ID, first name plus last name as employee. Then format that higher date into this particular format. 4 time M refer for February, full, full name of the month. DD refer for date and 4 time Y is referring for 1991 as a higher date from employees where format higher date YY like 9%. Here to get the detail of employee whose higher in a 90s. I have used where I have used condition in a where clause with a format function and like operator. Let's execute this query. So we are getting in the particular this format and all employees are joining in a 90s. So our next question is write SQL query to compute average salary and of the those employee who work as an accountant. So our query is select average salary as average salary from employees inner join jobs on employee table with a job ID and job ID of the job table where job title is accountant. Here we are using aggregate function to get average salary by joining two tables employee and jobs because job title as a accountant is present in a jobs table. So let's execute this query. So the average salary for accountant is 7,920. Our next question is write a SQL query to find those employee whose salary exceed 20,000 after giving 25% increment. Return complete information about the employee. To return the complete information, I am using the asterisk, which will return all columns for the employees table. So query is select asterisk from employees where 1.25 into salary, which is greater than 20,000. So it is also a simple query to get the result. For this, I have used just added incremented salary in a where clause. Let's execute this query. So here we are getting the all detail of the employee whose salary will be more than 20,000 after getting incremented by 25 percentage. Our next query is write SQL query to find those employee who join in the month of March. Then the query is select asterisk from employees where format hire date is equal to 3. In this also I have simply used format function in where clause to get the hire date in a format of month number so that we can compare it with a 3. Refer for a month number. So let's execute this query and the result we are getting the joining date that is higher date the March. The next query is write SQL query to find all employees whose annual salary is within the range of 1,50,000 to 2,50,000. So the query will be select asterisk from employees where salary into 12 between 1,50,000 to 2,50,000. Note in the table we have monthly salary and we need to search for annual salary. So I have multiplied salary by 12 here and I have used between operator to compare with amount. So let's execute this query. Next query is select employee who are working in a department IT sales marketing and the query is select first name last name as an employee name department name as a department name from the employee table. I am using alias here inner join department with a department ID and where department name in IT sales marketing. Here I have used in operator to compare department name with a multiple records. Instead of using multiple or operator, we should use in operator for such a comparison. And also I have used inner join to join the employee table and department table. I have used alias for the table to make the query readable. So let's see by executing this query. So I am getting the all employees who are working in IT, sales and marketing department. Our next question is find employee name start with a letter A, B, D. And the query will be select asterisk from employee where first name like A, B, D percentage. So here I am using like operator with a char list option. Let's execute it. So all employees first name is start with a, B and D only. If asked to find the employee name with not start with a, B, D, then we can use not like operator and the query will be select asterisk from employee where first name not like A, B, D percentage. Let's execute it also. So these employees are not starting with A, B, D option. Okay. Then our next query is write a SQL query to fetch the employee detail whose name ends with a A and have exactly 5 alphabet. So our query will be select asterisk from employees where first name like 4 underscore and ending with a A. Here 4 underscore are referring to a 4 single character and last A is referring the name ending with a A. Let's execute it. So we have two employees who has only exactly 5 alphabet in a name and their name is ending with a character. Next question is page employee first name replace A with a at the rate. And the query is select replace first name and the replacing character and replacing by from employee. Let's execute it. Okay. So here I am using the replace function to get the first name letter A is replacing by at the rate. You can say here. Our next question is SQL query to display the current date. Here we use get date function to display the current date. And also to convert the function into a particular format, I can use this convert function. Here 103 is referring to get the date in this format DDMMYY and 101 is referring to get the date in a MMDDYY format. Let's execute this all together so we can see the differences. Our by default current date will return such a date and the 103 format will return DDMMYY and 101 code will return the date in MMDDYY format. And our last query is SQL query to get the last day of the previous month. So to get the result for this, I'll start with a select get from starting. So to get the last month date, I'll use date add function in which I'll add month by using -1. So by this I'll get the last month date. So it is 5th and 17th of May. Then to get the last day, last date of that particular month, I'll use end of month function. So let's see what date I'll get. It is 31st May. And to get the particular weekday of that date, I'll use date name function and I want weekday of that date. I'll pass weekday. So it was a Tuesday. So like this, we can get last date of the previous month. So I hope you like this session. So that's it for the today's session. This was all about basic but important queries for freshers. Very soon I will come up with a new queries in which I will cover some advanced queries like find highest salary of the employee, find out second highest salary of the employees for nth highest salary of the employees and many more. So keep watching my videos and keep learning. Thank you for the listening. Have a great day.